This is a Kia K4. With a name like that, it sounds like a form that my tax agent makes me sign once a year. But it's new to Australia, and for the next few months, it's mine. This is going to be replacing the Sportage that I had previously. Before we get into this video though, I just want to say a really quick thank you to everyone who's subscribed. A lot of you have come from the Sportage video that I posted the other week. Thank you. We're almost at 700 subscribers now, so if you haven't subscribed, help us get to 1,000, hit subscribe. Let's get into the video. Right, so the K4, if you haven't heard of it, don't worry, because up until recently, neither had no one. It's new to Australia. This is Kia's replacement for the Cerato, the old Cerato. Everyone remembers that. You either drove it or you learned to drive it. And either way, you probably saw 5 of them on the way to work this morning. The Cerato have been kicking around for around 21 years in some form or another. It was kind of seen as the Camry's slightly cheaper cousin. And now it's gone. It's been replaced by this, the K4, which is fine, cool. But while we're talking about replacements, Kia, can we have a quick chat? Because if you're going to bring out this, bring back the Stinger. That thing was bloody magnificent. Proper rear wheel drive, twin turbo V6, and you just killed it. So instead of that, we get this, a sensible car with a sensible engine and sensible doors. Sensible. Just bring back the Stinger, please. Anyway, where was I? K4. So this is probably the closest thing you're going to get to the i30 sedan. Same bones, same group, different jumper. This one is the GT line, which is top of the range. It gets all the toys. You've got a 1.6 litre turbo petrol engine up the front, 8-speed automatic gearbox, 142 kilowatts. There's a panoramic roof, there's sports seats inside, you get the alloy wheels, Harman Kardon stereo inside as well. The range kicks off at 33.5 grand for a basic S model. This GT line in this blue is going to set you back $48,000, just over $48,120. That includes $600 for this metallic paint. I'll tell you what, it does look pretty fantastic. Actually, overall, I quite like the design of this car. It looks really good. I'll do a proper review later with this car, but in this video, I'll just show you a few basic observations that I've seen over the first few days living with it. Some good, some things I'm a bit on the fence about, but the main purpose of this video is to get your questions. I want to know what you want to know about the Kia K4 so that I can answer them in upcoming videos. So in the comments, let me know any questions you have and I'll try and answer them. Now again, I've only been in this car for a few days, so this isn't a proper review, but these are just a few things that I've noticed already. So the engine, it's punchy, it's properly punchy. If you put your foot down, you're going to feel it. It'll give you a bit of a kick. For a 1.6 litre turbo, initially, it feels really good. The boot, it looks pretty massive, to be honest with you. It's wide, it's deep. You could probably hide a small relative in there if you needed to. 508 litres probably doesn't mean much to anyone, but I can tell you now that is probably going to fit the pram, the bassinet, and a weekly shop all in one. And the back row, plenty of room here. I've got acres of space. My knees, I can fit... This is going to sound odd, but a full fist in between my knee and the seat. You can see we've got the baby seat here, so we'll be doing a lot of family trips. There's a couple of USB-C points back here. But yeah, I think the main thing for me is you don't have to do that whole contorting thing where you're right up like this. All right, so now for some head scratches. So this is the GT line, right? This is the top of the line, the top spec, the one that Kia want you to go and spend way more money on to have because it's got all the bells and whistles. Electric seats, right? Well, drivers get it. Passengers don't, which means my wife in the passenger seat needs to adjust her seat with a lever down there like it's 1997 while I sit here with my electrically adjusted throne like some sort of Korean emperor. Then there's the privacy glass, or as you can probably see, lack of it, because in this top line, top spec, no tint, which is fine unless you're like us and you've got a baby sitting in the back, in which case the sun is then beaming in on them like a heat lamp at KFC. You should barely be able to see me right now. And then there's the last one. It's low, like really low. And my wife has a severe dislike of sedans because of the height, because it makes it just that much more difficult to get a baby in and out. And I know you can say, well, you shouldn't have selected this car, but I wanted to see, because I actually quite like sedans. And I wanted to see if this is actually more difficult to live with. And Yep, it's low. So that's the Kia K4. New car, new shape, new name, same shape that you would take your driving test in. Anyway, we've got it for the next few months, so there's plenty of time to dive in and really see what it's like, fuel economy, family trips, all that stuff. If there's anything specific you want me to test, put it in the comments below. It could be anything from how's the fuel economy to do you fit golf clubs in the back to can you get a fridge in the boot? I don't know. Probably not going to do that, but within reason, I'll give it a crack. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.